Hello and welcome to another Book Talk Wednesday. Today we're talking again about both a fiction and nonfiction book. And we'll start with nonfiction today. I want to bring your attention to a great book called American Brutus. This is the supposedly very 1860s handsome John Wilkes Booth. You may remember him more famously not as apparently a great actor of the period, but the man who assassinated Abraham Lincoln. This is a story about him, about his family, about the assassination of President Lincoln, and about the chase that subsequently came afterward, where he was caught, and the trial and all the rest. It is a book about it's kind of a crime story in any way, because it follows a man who is clearly delusional, a man who is clearly impassioned by this cause, and this cause is the sort of the continuation of the Confederacy, feeling that Abraham Lincoln is the reason the Confederacy has failed. And it is a fantastic read that reads more like a thriller than it does like a history book. It's fast-paced. There's so much more to this story than just the story that we kind of know, where, the walking to the back of Ford's Theater and all that. There's other plots that are involved, a lot of lead up, a lot of other instances where John Wilkes Booth and Abraham Lincoln had kind of crossed paths, though Lincoln doesn't know it. But it's a very, very entertaining book that has sort of, like I said, a feel of kind of a real-life thriller. So that is American Brutus by Michael Kaufman. Check that one out. It's a popular read, and one that a lot of people really, really like. The other book I want to bring your attention to, a very different, complete 180 from American Brutus, and that is a book called Rendezvous with Rama. And this is by Arthur C. Clarke, the great Arthur C. Clarke. This is a science fiction book that takes the whole visitors from another planet to a different level. So most stories that have to do with aliens have to do with the fact that here we're on Earth and we're sitting around, and then suddenly there's an alien ship and it lands and we meet the aliens. This says, well, what if these alien creatures and these aliens from another solar system decided not to send themselves because it would take so long? What if they sent just a ship? And this ship was meant to come and collect the people who it's going to visit and bring them back to them. And that's exactly what this is. So the story is all a mystery. It's a science fiction mystery in that their Earth is sitting around doing nothing, and suddenly they notice through telemetry of satellites and telescopes and the rest that this object has appeared in the solar system, and it's coming towards Earth. And they don't know what it is. And soon they realize that it has to be manufactured. It's too perfect. It's symmetrical. And in fact, what they find is it's this giant cylinder, perfectly smooth on the outside, rough on each of the edge, that is just floating in space, that has a very clear telemetry. So the story then leads to the ship that is meant to go, it's called the Endeavor, to go out and figure out what this thing is. They go out there and then they discover a bunch of things about the vessel, which they call Rama. It takes the whole alien genre thing to a whole new level, but it's very mysterious, and it's kind of Stephen King-esque, where it has this really strong, interesting, odd premise, and then it just explores it with such depth. It's a really, really great book, and you can't beat Arthur C. Clarke. It won both the Hugo and the Nebula Award, which are the two science fiction awards, and it's a classic. I think it was written. It's an older book. It's been around for a while. Let's see. Yeah, written in the 70s. But it's a really, really good one if you're interested in looking at some one of those kind of like mind-expanding kind of sci-fi kind of thing. If you're a fan of films like Interstellar and 2001: A Space Odyssey, you will love Rendezvous with Rama. So check it out. It's so good.